I'm John Horn of the LA Times.
And I'm Steve Zeitchik with the LA Times.
Welcome back from Cannes.
Thank you very much. It was a good trip. On the way back, I stopped off and saw Mike Newell, of course, directs Prince of Persia, the big Jerry Bruckheimer sort of extravaganza, pyrotechnic extravaganza this weekend. I don't think it's going to do that well. What's your prediction for the weekend?
Biggest budget, yeah, but I don't know in box office. And I think it's an interesting question. I mean, Jerry Bruckheimer is obviously one of the most successful producers in Hollywood history. He's got a rich, lucrative deal with Disney. He's generally delivered very well for him. This comes after G-Force would struggle to find an audience, and I think, according to our colleague Ben Fritz, this movie could open in third place at the box office.
Yeah, I think this movie's going to have a tough go of it. There's a couple of other factors going on here. It was pushed back from June of 2009, so it already has that taint of the studio didn't know what to do with it. Of course, many of the studio execs who shepherded the film are no longer with Disney. So, of course, Disney wants to succeed. They've been spending a lot on the marketing.
Yeah, but if it doesn't, they'll
blame the old regime. They'll say it was the old regime, and this justifies our new strategy. What it also does, they've been clipping Bruckheimer's wings a little bit on his producing deal, and I think that if this doesn't work, it'll give them a little bit more leverage in that discussion.
Well, of course, Sex and the City, probably one of the worst reviewed movies I've seen in a long time, is going to open in first. And I don't know what that says about the importance of critics or even about the importance of execution, because even though some critics understood and appreciated the first movie, it sounds like the critics really hate this movie.
It really is interesting how much the critics have been universally against it. Even as you say, critics who've liked it. In a way, it's almost been more entertaining to read the critics' take on the film as it is, I'm sure, to see the film itself.
More entertaining, I would say.
And probably funnier, too. I think this is an interesting thing, though. This film has no, it's a brand that was sort of created. A lot of people thought, and still think, TV shows can't work in the movie theater, but this kind of disproves all that, and it disproves the critics' notion that critics matter. I mean, in a way, it just says, if you have something people relate to, and particularly something women relate to, because we're starting to see women be increasingly influential as far as box office in terms of making plans to go to films. Of course, the question is, does it mean we'll see Sex and City 3?
No, I think it's just something good that women can open a movie and open it in first place. I guess I just wish the movie were better.
Yeah, I mean, it's complicated. You get to something. Eat, Pray, Love is coming up this summer. I think we're going to see this phenomenon repeat again and again.
Right. I'm John Horn from the LA Times.
I'm Steve Zeitchik. We'll see you next time.